Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these super cute DIY donut coasters. They're so cute for room decor and also super easy to make. The materials you will need are Mod Podge and paint, paintbrushes and a pencil, scissors, blades, or an X-Acto knife,
when a thorn caught the thread of my skin and it unraveled.
And cork sheets.
Only to discover my flesh failed at survival. Well, I don't know about you.
Step 1. Grab your cork sheet. As you can tell, my cork sheet is very thin and I got mine at the dollar store. Step 2. Trace a circle on your cork sheet. As you can tell, I do not have any artistic ability, so I used a Dora money holder to trace a circle, but you can definitely freehand it if you want, but I'm just going to trace something. Step 3. Cut out the circle. I'm using scissors to cut out my circle that I traced on the cork sheet, but you can use an X-Acto knife or blade if you have a thicker cork. That's what's recommended. I have a very thin cork, so I can cut it out with scissors. Step 4. Trace out your donut hole. So using any small circular object that's smaller than your original circle, and trace out your donut hole. Make sure it's centered so then it can be a perfect donut.
I tell myself I'm not one, I am only human. Right, then why don't I feel?
Now we are going to cut out our donut hole. I'm using a blade for this, but you can use an X-Acto knife or scissors or even blades as well. Now pop it out. Yes, this is like my favorite part. It's so fun. And now we have our donut coaster. Well, the base of our donut coaster at least. Now we can't have a naked donut, can we? So we are going to paint and outline our icing. So I am outlining my icing with my pencil, but you don't have to do this, but I'm a perfectionist and I feel like I need to know where my icing is. But if you want to freehand it, then go right ahead. Now it's time to choose the color of your icing. You can use whatever color you want. I'm using white, but you can use pink, purple, blue, brown, yellow. It doesn't really matter.
In my heart, it belongs to you.
A pro tip when you're painting your donut is that your cork absorbs so much paint, so always make sure that your paintbrush is loaded with paint, or else you'll get like really weird dry brush, which is not good, and it'll look really bad after it dries.
You were meant for me all along.
Using a fine tip paintbrush, it's time to paint on the sprinkles. Make sure not to concentrate too much on one place, and just put your sprinkles in every direction to make it realistic.
You blew my mind when we were swinging in a dream, and you said, watch me, I'll swing so high, I'll be stuck up.
We have to wait for the paint to fully dry, so we're going to play the waiting game. Our last step. Now we just have to Mod Podge it and wait for it to dry. Put a thin layer of Mod Podge on it and make sure it's fully covered.
And wandered to the creek where I startled little children, and the children laughed.
And voila! Your donut coaster is done.
When I went the day I should have skipped.